What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. Here today we have a matchup playing my friend Guts. We have Buggy versus Enel. I'm not sure if they're running post-ban list, pre-ban list. I prepared for this matchup thinking that they had Regulars in their deck. That was the thought process. This is an interesting matchup because I'm trying to fill my board up as soon as possible, and they have a lot of removal in the early game and a lot of stall tactics. We're going to start off right now with a Galdino Searcher, search top 4 for a cross guild, and we're going to go for it. We're going to grab the 10 cost Buggy. I have a feeling I'm going to be able to fill up my board. She starts off Dawn, 2 Dawn, and she's going to pass. We're going to go to our 3 Dawn turn, thinking about how I want to do this. I don't have a Sanji's Peel Off. I don't have another Searcher. Also don't have a lot of counter in hand, so we're going to swing 5 into life. And then I'm going to do something here where I'm going to put 5 on Galdino and swing 5 into life here. Enel usually takes these lives early and fills up their hand, but I'm just going to get an aggressive start. That way, maybe we don't trigger something crazy like an Onami or something like that. That was the thought process there. Again, a little bit aggressive, but yeah, the life total of keeping them at 2, sometimes keep them at 1, depending on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to push for game the next turn, keep them at 1. Otherwise, 2 is pretty good, I think, because you're generally safe. She plays a Kuzan. Bottom decks or can put away something like the Galdino. I believe it's 2 costs or less, maybe 3 costs or less, and then I have to trash a card from hand. So not great. I might stop playing the Galdino in this matchup going forward, just because I feel like I've been burned by this several times. We're gonna swing, or no, we didn't swing. Yeah, we did swing 5 into life. She gave us counter, and now we're going to promo Buggy into Mihawk. Draw 2, trash 1. I'm going to trash the Gravity Blade because I'm feeling the only real target I'm going to have is going to be maybe the Sheer Hoshi blocker and that Kuzan. That Kuzan can attack now because I have promo Buggy. So yeah, I feel like I'm not going to probably need that card in this matchup because they're going to start playing big bodies. She's going into her 6th Dawn turn. She plays Egghead Luffy, and then she's got 1 Dawn left, and she's going to put on leader and swing. I could block this, but I want to keep my life low total just to keep Gadatsu plays or any crazy Yamato plays. And we trigger a peel off draw 2. Gotta love that. So we're at 5 life right now. A Gadatsu could, in theory, KO some of the stuff we like a Daz Bones, something along those lines that we want to be able to keep. We're going to tap 7 to play Croc into Daz Bones. Daz Bones draw 2, trash 1. Thinking about what we're going to trash. We're going to trash the Alvita we just drew. And we're going to pass. So at this point, we could potentially Buggy next turn, assuming she doesn't pop something. She has the Egghead Luffy on board, but that pops a 4 cost. We don't have any 4 costs in our deck. 4 costs are lower. So the only real target she could pop would be like if we played a Richie blocker or the Galdino Searcher. But we still are at that threshold where we're at 5 right now. She's going to swing 6 into life. We're going to take. That's going to take us down to 4 life. Now we're out of range of Gadatsus. However, she is going to tap 8 here and play. Oh, I guess I'll wait for her to do it. So she swings 5 and life. I could have taken another life, probably should have, but at this point I was like, let's not be get too carried away and get ourselves in a vulnerable spot. Now she's going to tap 8 and play the Katakuri down and put our blocker in the bottom life. So now we're back to 5 where a Gadatsu could mess us up. Also, a Yamato plays in play next turn where she could pop a 7 cost, so not great. We're going to Galdino. So it also takes the Buggy play off this turn because we have to. We can only play 1 5 cost body. We're going to grab a 2K Kabaji, and now we have 8 Dawn standing. Thinking about the best way to go about doing this. We could, for example, play a 5 cost and peel off. We could put Dawn on and try to kill that Egghead Luffy, which is what we're going to do. We're going to swing 8 into the Egghead Luffy. She's going to let it die. So now we have 7 Dawn. We have 1 extra Dawn. I'm going to tap 6 to play a hard play, a Mihawk blocker, draw 2, trash 1. So we're going to end up trashing the Dad's Bones, and now we're probably going to pass. We could swing and put her at 1 life. We do end up doing that. The reason I swing, it's a low, I'm swinging 5, hoping she gives us 1 card. It probably was a mistake in retrospect because, I mean, not necessarily. The Yamato play comes down, it's going to 6 cost. She can pop a 6 cost, she can't pop a 7 cost. She swings 8 into the 7. I'm going to give her 2k. She goes to swing the Kuzan. A reminder that she can't swing it because of promo Buggy. She swings 5 into life. And I block. I probably should just take this because now she's going to play the Yamato down, heal, and pop. Oh no, it's an ace. Excuse me. And now swing the ace into the Mihawk. We have to give 2/2Ks in order to survive out of this. So we give the 2/2Ks. Now she's at 7. We are at 10 Dawn, and we can Buggy this turn. If we had 2 Buggies, we could potentially Buggy twice. That would be pretty cool, but unfortunately, only have 1. Thinking about the way I want to go about doing this, I could, for example, just hard play the Buggy. I'm thinking I want to put 5 Dawn on Croc and swing 12 into the cat. Either get a bunch of cards out of hand and then Buggy the ace away. That would probably be the best way to go about doing this. That's what I'm thinking. That's why I have 5 Dawn. I'm thinking 5 Dawn on Croc, 12 into 8, get a lot of cards out of hand, or kill a crazy body. But we're going to start off with a Galdino search, or excuse me, a cross guild searcher. And we're going to grab the Richie just in case that comes into play later, a blocker. I think we could have grabbed, I forget what the other one was. But I think that Richie could come into play later, just having a chump blocker. But our board is pretty full, so we don't really have space for the Richie. Now we could swing 11 into the cat. I'm gonna start, and again, this is where I'm also contemplating a 5 into life, but I've decided to just start off with the Buggy, tap 5, pitch the Mihawk, and play the Buggy, bottom deck the ace. Let's just get rid of that right away. I'm thinking about swinging 5 into life just to see if she takes or if she gives us counter for this 1 life. But she does take. We currently have 3 more swings, so we could put pressure on her life, but she has a ton of cards in hand. I'm going to tap 3 to peel off, draw 2. Ultimately side against trying to kill that Katakuri. We have 1 Dawn standing, and I'm thinking about what to do. I could swing the 7, but I decided to pass. I want to keep my board standing. I don't want to give her anything to swing into other than life. And currently the total life total is 6, so it is in range of the Yamato. The Mihawk is, but the Croc and Promo Buggy are not. Nor is the Big Boy Buggy. She's just reading all the cards. I'm telling her no on-play effects. The only one you need to really worry about is Promo Buggy and that the Mihawk's a blocker. And here comes the Yamato. She's going to heal 1. And she's going to pop the Mihawk. Now she swings 8 into life, and we're going to take. No trigger, but we do get another Buggy that we can bottom deck 1 of the Yamato or the Katakuri. If she swings 5 into life, we're going to take again. And we're going to trigger. Let's just get rid of that Kuzan just in case she does end up popping the Promo Buggy. Maybe that was a mistake just to have the card in hand. Maybe we could bottom deck like a Shirahoshi later, for example. but I don't know, it was free, so I just like the idea of it. We're gonna swing 12 into the 8 and see what she does. She'd have to give us a lot of cards out of hand. We do have the other Buggy. Hopefully we can kill this cat, and then we can bottom deck the other Yamato, and then we'd be in a really strong spot. She gives a 0 cost event and a 2k, so she gets up to the 5k total counter she needed to get up to. Thinking about what to do now, I'm gonna try swinging the same number again, 12 again. 5 plus 7 makes 12, and we get that. So now we can really go through with our powerful play. We're going to pitch the Alvita, play the Buggy, bottom deck the Yamato, and the Buggy sticks. And then I believe we pass. Don't want to swing. I guess we could have swing and got her down to try to get her down to 1 life, but I didn't like the idea of her hitting a trigger. Also, I don't know. I was just thinking about Raigo at that point. She swings 8 into life, I believe. Now she's thinking about the number to swing. She's got 3 on it already. She's debating whether to put more on. Don't have a ton of counter in hand. A lot of 1Ks. I think she swings 10 into the Croc, and we unfortunately probably have to let it die or give up a lot of counter. So I don't think we have any 2Ks, so we're going to let that Croc die. But she did use 5 Dawn, so the play she has coming next can't be too scary. She taps 2 for a Shirahoshi blocker, and then she passes. She might have swing more, because I don't think she has Dawn standing. I thought she did. It's hard to tell sometimes with the sound loaders. But yeah, our board's pretty stacked. One of the Buggy can't attack, promo Buggy can't attack, but we do have the Daz Bones and 2 12 cost bodies. So we're gonna poke with the 12 to life, no trigger. Thinking about whether I want to put Dawn on the Daz Bones, because maybe she could hit a trigger like an Onami or something like that. So let's get a swing off with that while we have it, just in case. So we're going to swing 9 into life. And she gives us a 0 cost event and a 2k to get up to 10 plus 5. We get to get a lot of cards out of hand. Now we swing 12 into life. She gives us the blocker. And we could swing into life with leader, but at this point it'd be useless because she could just heal it anyways, and maybe she triggers something crazy we don't want. So here's where I have 7 Dawn standing. What I'm ultimately going to do is I'm thinking about what cards to play. I'm going to play Croc, Daz Bones. I'm going to play over the promo Buggy. At this point, I don't think she's playing any 4 costs. I think she's just going to be playing big boys like Yamato, Ace, Katakuri. Those would be the ones that she would be playing. Nothing that I'd be too scared about that are 4 costs I think she would play. So we can play over it. I was contemplating whether to play Richie, just play out the Croc, just do something along those lines. But we're going to Croc into Daz Bones, draw 2, trash 1. We draw a 2K and another promo Buggy, and we can just pitch that. So yeah, we're in a really strong spot here. We can definitely push for game next turn. She swings 6 into the 6. We give her a 1K. And now she's going to, I believe, play Yamato. And she can't pop anything on her board because the combined life total is 4, but she does get to heal. We do draw another Buggy. So here's where we could get greedy and bottom deck that Yamato. But I think we can try to push for game here. So we're going to start with she has 4 cards in hand. We'll start with a 7 in the life. Either get some cards out of hand or she's going to take. Now we can swing another 7 into life. Swinging the 5s first because those are the only ones that can really get hit with a trigger outside of like Veggie, which Veggie would just like affect anything. So let's swing the 5s first, just in case they get KO'd by something, and then we're going to swing the 12s. So she gives us 0 cost event to go up +3. We swing 12 into life. She takes leader effect, heals. Then we swing 12 into life again. No trigger, and at this point we have 8 standing Dawn, 8 plus, and she just drops her hand. She doesn't have a lot of counter, but we were going to be able to swing, I believe, 15 for life there, and plus another 1k for leader swing. So yeah, ultimately this was kind of a high rolly game. We got to get 2 buggies out. Probably could have got a 3rd one out if we wanted to. I think when it comes to playing Enel, I think one of the lessons I've learned here is probably don't play the Galdino Searcher. I've just been hit with that Kuzan a lot, and that's like the only target we have for it other than Richie. And if they're going to play that, I would only really play the Richie late game probably. And if they're going to hit us with that late in the game, then that's fine. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to play that Galdino Searcher on Curb anymore. But yeah, I think this was an interesting matchup where like they're trying to put bodies away into life, and we're trying to fill board up. And I think we were able to just get ahead of the curve a little bit, beat them putting away our life, and them establishing their board and seeing the buggies that we needed to see. Those were really pivotal. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments any tips, anything that I can improve on. Thanks, appreciate you guys, and see you next time.